It's Monday and we are running some errands. So I just have my dogs outside. I'm starting a new series, which is what I wore this month. And I'm excited about that. So today was the first day of that. I'm doing it for a few reasons. One is I feel like I'm going to be 39 in a couple months. So I'm like late 30s. And it's kind of interesting to see how much of like a mixed bag we get for dressing ourselves. You know what I mean? So I just want to provide like, here's what I wear. I also live in Central Texas. A friend of mine refers to it as living on the surface of the sun. So how I dress year round, but also like I just lost like 80 pounds. So what I'm going to wear now, because like all of my clothes don't fit. Literally what I'm wearing today, my jeans I just washed. So they're like the tightest they would be. And I could like wear these to a buffet. Not that I go to buffets, but in theory. And then my shirt, all my shirts are too big. So I tie them and I tuck. I do one of these things. So that's fine. But I thought like, oh, this would be such a good journey to document and also just how I style things as I get them. So that's the plan. Today's Monday. We're going to go to run some errands. I need to go to the library and get a library card. It's a goal of mine for the year. And I still haven't done it because I needed to move. I need to go to Costco and I need to go to the liquor store because I have been introduced to the concept of ready-to-drink Aperol Spritz. And I would like to have some and try some because I don't want to make an Aperol Spritz at my house when it's just me. But I'm going to go get the canned ones and see if they're any good. And then I have some work I got to get done. Willie's not feeling good. He threw up this morning and he's my sensitive boy. So I don't want to be gone a lot just in case, you know what I mean? I don't want to like vomit in his crate or anything, but I always feel bad because I make their food. So like he's always had digestive issues. He's always been very sensitive, but since been making their food, he doesn't throw up anywhere near as much as he used to. And I knew something was bothering him because I heard him retch this morning, but nothing came up. And you know when you can tell the difference? And then he threw up his breakfast not 20 minutes after eating it in the backyard. So I was like, okay. So he's been very low energy today and lethargic. So I just want to keep an eye on him. So, but I have to go to Costco because I have to get stuff to make their food. I need chicken and I need sweet potatoes. So that's the plan. Okay, so I just put my hair up, reheated my cup of coffee. I bought some Aperol Spritz, like ready to drinks. There's two, there's like a JLo brand one, and the girl at the store was like, this is the best one of the whole brand. And then Aperol Spritz, like brand, makes Aperol brand, makes an Aperol Spritz. So I got those and there's things I have to do. Okay, hold on. So my plan of attack, I'm a little late on time, but that's okay. I went to the library. I got my library card. Super, super, super happy I did that. I moved to a whole different town. I've never lived here. When I tell you, I'm loving it. I am loving it. So I've been like kind of micro exploring, you know, here and there. But it's so cute. And the thing that's really nice about living in Texas, and I don't know if this is all Texas, but I know Central Texas specifically seems to have a lot of like small towns that have, you know, little town squares or little like downtown areas and that kind of stuff. And it's just so charming. Joined the library and checked out 4 books. It's like a probationary period, the first 30 days. You only check out like X amount and then I think it triples after that. So I went ahead and checked out 4 books today. And it's like so great. It's like a new building. It's glass. It's 3-story. There was this darling little like kid activity thing going on outside, and there was like somebody playing music, and there's like a ton of people and their kid like families there, bubbles. It was idyllic. When I tell you, it's so charming. I really like it up here. There's a lot of people that garden. It's just like my vibe. It's just like grandma hobbies on a 10. So there's a sourdough bakery apparently not far from me or something. I don't know. I'll go explore that sometime. That was a big goal of mine though for the year, is I wanted to get a library card because I wanted Libby. And I want, you know, just to support the local library. So on my list today, we're doing great. We are doing great. There's definitely things I do need to do. Like there's for sure things I need to do. I'm a little behind actually, but it's okay. Like I'm not pissed at myself. Do you know what I mean? I was talking to my dad. My dad, when I went and saw him, gave me this like 2.5-week pep talk about how I should be single for like years. He's like, I think you should be single for like 2 years. And I was like, that seems like an aggressive amount of time, Dad. And he's like really serious. And it's because when him and my mom got divorced, he was angry for 2 years. And I said, I don't have that necessarily. I have anger, but I don't have, it's very different circumstances. But it's interesting because I dated in May. That feels generous to say, but I like dipped my toe in the pond and I realized, oh my God, I fucking hate this. So part of me is like glad I did that though, because it's just, the thing I was saying to him is it feels more habit than desire, which is interesting to me. Like I didn't enjoy a single date I was on. One of my dogs just farted because whoa, it smells. I think it's Willie because he's not feeling good. God love him. Anyway, so I just really didn't enjoy myself at all. Like, and it was for a number of reasons depending on the date, but part of my mind was like, why am I even doing this? A bruise on my arm. Why am I even doing this? Like I'm automatically having less fun on a date. Like what the hell? So I'm just going to be done for, like, I'm just not, I'm like kind of focusing on me, like really just doing what I want. I'm having the best time. I'm having the best time by myself. And that was the thing. I was like, man, by myself, I'm having so much fun. I can talk to anybody. I'm having a great time. I can talk to a bartender. I can talk, like, I'm good. But if I'm on a date, oh my God. Because they're just like, I got to deal with your energy. And I realize how tired it makes me. And I'm okay. You know, like I am A-okay all by myself. I really am. And I forgot how much I like I'm just having so much fun day to day. Just what do I want to do? What do I want to accomplish? Oh, I could do that. Oh, I could do that. Oh, I just don't have to run it by anybody. It's not even necessarily that so much as I don't have my day taken away from me because of something. That is so easy to say, but once you've lived it, where it's just like, damn, that I had no idea how much I was like braced for impact. And I've had friends call that out before, but it's like I hadn't really realized how much on the daily I was like that until now. And I'm just like, wow, I'm good. I'm going to enjoy this. This is really nice. I could check out a book and walk down to this coffee shop and like have a nice little afternoon. If I want to like take a break from being at home, like, you know, be social or go out or whatever, like that's my vibe. I totally like perch up at a coffee shop and have a nice little outing, be gone for a couple hours, give the dogs a break for me. It's something I'm conscious of. I have a lot of trauma around this with Adelaide. I have a lot of grief and guilt and trauma that I just need time to work through. I need like, I mean, I've read I've just done it all. I've done so much work on this, but like, I just need time and I need to trust my own self and my decisions and reconciling what I knew then versus what I know now kind of stuff. So I might sound a little nutty around this, which of course I am because I'm a crazy dog lady, but like I would rather be a bit more of like a bit more of a Black Hawk with them than to be too casual, because I love them. They're my babies. I picked them like they literally have Adelaide's birthday, for God's sakes. Like I'm just, yeah. Anyway, I'm making round one of sweet potatoes for the pups. And then I have my Aperol Spritz chilling in the fridge. I'm super excited. I should taste test that this week. And then I got 2 different kinds, so we'll see which one's better. And I only got one of each variety. I got like a bottle and there's like a little 4-pack. That way, if one sucks, I don't have to go through like multiple. But they give you a discount if you buy 2 or more of the same thing. So there's an incentive. The girl and I were talking at the liquor store about the massive, like she's like every week there's like more ready to drink options coming out. I said, no, it's great because it's so handy where it's like, because an Aperol Spritz, you need Prosecco. So nice to be like, I don't necessarily want to open a bottle of Prosecco and then have it go bad. Or I have to buy like the little splits, which I could do. To have it all in one is just so convenient for one person. It's a big difference if I'm making it for like a bunch of people. If it's just me, because I live on the surface of the sun and I want to sit outside and read a book with my dogs and have a little drink, this is ideal. You know, and I just love that. I'm very here for this. Part of my little hot nerd girl summer. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm going to make it a thing. My revival era. I don't give a shit. I'm having the best time. This is just delightful. Good morning. It is Thursday. I just finished therapy. I just sold some Poshmark stuff, so I need to put that in the dryer and then get that out the door. Got some packages coming today that I'm really excited about. Just making some moves. I was talking to my therapist about like, I decided to stop dating. I know this is like a very brief little foray into dating, but I stopped because I had said to her, I have just not been having fun, like at all. It just doesn't feel aligned with me. I've been on 6 first dates, 1 second, and I've had 2 cancel. Of the 6 first, 5 asked for a second date. I just told her, I was like, every single time it's been like, I just don't like you. Like, I'm not having fun. I don't like you. I don't feel anything. It's time, man. And I just don't want to, like, it's time I'm spending not having fun in this kind of phase, era, whatever of my life. If I have to be there too, you know, if I'm going to be on this date too, then I want to enjoy it. And if I'm not, then why am I here? I'm just going to lean into me more, which I mean, I've been doing a lot, but like, it's definitely like that time. I've noticed the time thing where it's like, no, I want to claw that time back, reallocate it to something else. There's plenty of things I need to be doing. That being said, I've got to work on my Poshmark closet because I mean, so much of the clothing that I own doesn't fit me. It's got to go. But having moved, like, I need to redo my Poshmark closet entirely. And that is a beast of a task when you have this much, like this many clothes that need to get sold. Just gotta chip away at that. I also need to chip away at my guest room. 3 rooms in my house that are just like nowhere near ready. One is my office, mix it on the desk. I need to make some momentum on that because it's just ridiculous. And then the other 2, one's my gym and one's my guest room. So there's like all of these like subtasks within that kind of umbrella goal, and I just need to like do them. So I'm incentivizing myself. I want to earn Saturday to be like a bit of a breather where maybe I do some stuff, but I also like want to lay out and read my book, and I want to watch Steel Magnolias. I might do that Friday night. I don't know about y'all, but I think we all have like a movie that we really love that's like a comfort movie that's really cathartic. Oh, maybe I don't want to do that. Well, maybe I'll be fine. Because, you know, you cry. I cry every single time. I mean, multiple times when I watch Steel Magnolias. But I've just had this itch to watch it for a couple of months, and it kind of comes and goes. Those are my little treats to myself. If I can make significant progress on these things, and I sold 2 things this morning, so I took it as a ping from the universe. Like, no, you need to get on this shit. Therapy went well. She said I'm in self-protection mode because, you know, with my boundaries I'm enforcing them so strictly. And she's like, well, yeah, because you've just been through it. And so like, you gotta have your own back. You know, if there's one thing you've learned in all of this, it's that like the person who you were supposed to like, you know, be in the foxhole with, it just left you. So, you know, it makes sense that you're just sort of like, no, and I said, I was like, I feel like I have had like cauterized wounds, and it's like, ooh. And she's like, yeah, that makes sense. So that's kind of nice to have it put that way where it's like, I'm just protecting myself. It's so interesting to me how much a little bit of time passing can impact you, where, you know, I was really worried about when I was in Kentucky with my dad, one of the things I was worried about was like staying single for too long. And now it's like, God, it's only been, you know, 2 months basically since that fear. And I'm kind of like, who cares? You know, because I mean, my God, how quickly you can make friends and how quickly you can change your circumstances and how quickly you just believe in yourself. You know, if you spent your whole life waiting for other people to advocate for you or to show up for you in some way, if you're not showing up for yourself, who else is going to show up for you? You have to show up for yourself first, right? And not that I consciously was doing that, but I think because I was in a couple for so long, I've just always been in a pair. Feels that way. That to not be, that's new, you know? I mean, it's still new. And I'm getting comfortable with just being not like occasionally alone, not like gonna go run some errands alone, but just alone. It feels like I'm kind of breaking in like a pair of shoes or something where it's like, oh, that's a little, I have like blisters and whatnot. And now I'm like, oh, I kind of like this. And now I'm like, ooh, I'm reaching for this. Like, oh, I choose this. So that's great. You know, I like that a lot. Oh, and I found a really good ready-to-drink Aperol Spritz from, I think, JLo's brand. And so I'm going to pick some more up. Because at the liquor store, if you buy multiples of the same, you get a discount. And then I'm going to chip away at my office. I'm going to blast my music. I love my little sound system. It's so helpful. And I washed my hair this morning. I did an everything shower. So that was my big deposit in my self-care account today. Love that for me. I am like 20 hours into fasting and I feel good, which is funny because I'm getting more woo-woo with every day. And it's funny how like the moon and all the stuff like is really aligned to my system. So like it tracks for the new moon that I'm like, oh yeah, that's about right for me. So anyway, that's what's up.